And what do you say we do the latest episode of everybody's favorite Chicago political soap opera? It's the latest episode of a mayor and his alderman.
A mayor and his alderman.
Wait a minute. What happened? What happened to the downstate person?
Oh, they do the Senate and congressional.
Oh, my bad. I spell it.
This is big city stuff, all right? We got to get those big city voice guys, all right?
Can we hear that again?
And his alderman.
Did we get Barry White to do it? Oh, that's hilarious.
I heard he was like a distant relative of Barry White. All right, now, boy, this mayor and his alderman.
Oh, yeah.
Following comes from Block Club Chicago. City Council on Wednesday approved a controversial measure allowing police to implement youth curfews anytime, anywhere. But Mayor Brandon Johnson said he plans to veto the ordinance. Now we're going to pause it right there, Ben, because it is time for another Ben Joravsky Show sports bet. All right. If you've listened to the show enough, you may already know what the question is. We're going to be reading a lot of Brandon Johnson stuff here. Ben Joravsky, what's the over-under that this guy talks about Nixon? Tell me.
Nixon. I think the odds are very I'm sure over-under applies in this thing, but whatever. The chances are very good. That
okay, it's like 50.
Yeah, 50 sounds good. 50% chance.
50% chance that Brandon Johnson talks about Nixon. Place your bets now, listeners. Hey, your kids can eat some other time. Give all the money. Put your bets in. It's gambling. It's sports betting. It's Illinois. That's how we do it. Who needs gas money? Go. All right. The bets are in.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, who needs gas money? It's overrated.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, come on. Okay, the kid can go without one dinner. Okay.
I mean, this vape like 20 times in 10 minutes, and you'll practically fly home. All right. So, Alder people voted 27-22 on this legislation for curfew. This followed months of debate over how the city should combat so-called teen trends. Proponents argue the curfew will give police another tool to deter or disperse large gatherings of teenagers across the city, which at times in recent years have turned violent. The ordinance has been opposed by activists and some alder people, one who may or may not like rapping, who say it's unconstitutional and could contribute to over-policing and civil rights abuses.
Yes.
Ben Joravsky, let me get your thoughts on all this here. Crazy week, go figure, for the city council.
All right, yeah, and I confession, I am torn on this matter, and I'll explain why. There's conflicting voices in my brain. The lunatic is in the moon. Oh. No, that song, Pink Floyd. Anyway, there's conflicting voices in my brain. One is the good lefty liberal who says, no, this is over-policing, this is too much. And we should not just lock kids up. We should have other solutions. The other is the anxious, afraid of his shadow, continually getting older boomer. Okay. Remember D? Oh no, I don't know if we were back together again. That went about Lakeview is under siege or whatever that headline was. Lakeview has fallen. No, I think it was oh my God, we had so much fun with that one. There was apparently a bunch of teenagers running up and down Belmont Avenue and Channel 9 News. Lakeview has fallen. Anyway, so that boomer in me, that inner boomer in me, is scared of anything. Okay, you lock them up. That's how you deal with it. But when I take the long view, I think it is kind of absurd. There's already so many rules. And D, like kids have been going downtown for quite a while in our lifetime, D. I'm just saying this. I think I've seen you downtown with your friends back in the day before you grew up and got married and had kids and stuff like that. And, back in your wild millennial days.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm like, do I want D locked up just because he showed up downtown with his little, millennial friends? Nah, I don't think that's the direction we want to go. And not every kid is like an instant danger. And if you have a group of kids that are really threatening, like just seems like overkill. We're gonna shut down instantaneous, and instantaneous curfew. D, I don't know if you noticed, but like it's not even clear how it'll work. So like the proponents are saying, well, we're going to follow the internet. We're going to have people following the internet and see if there's a call out for a big gathering in like a Millennium Park or something. And then if we see that on the internet, we're going to, instantly impose a curfew. I'm like, really? I mean, why don't you just, if you're worried about it, I don't know, if it's scary, just send some police over there. Why would you close the whole city? You know what I'm saying? This kind of seems extreme. And again, coming back from LA, where they imposed, Mayor Bass imposed a curfew in the middle of all that. I think she finally ended the curfew. That was so wild. Like, we were all like, wait, are we violating the curfew now? Because we went to the store at night. Like, wait, are we in violation of the curfew? Can we get arrested? Are we going to get deported? Where are they going to deport me? I don't.
Am I 12 years old again? That's how I felt when that curfew was going on. Like at 9:30. Oh, I better get home before the curfew. Like, wait.
Yeah, I got to get home before. I'm like, when is the curfew? Where is the curfew? So it just seems a little extreme. And so I would, having said all that, I think I would suppress the anguished, fearful boomer in me, and I would have voted against this thing in the city. How would you have voted? There we go. Well, I'll throw it right at you. Would you have voted for the new curfew law, or would you voted against it?
Do I look like Bill Daley or something?
No, I thought the old days. Is it my name on that banner on the poster? Sorry, Dave.
It really went me at a billboard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The billboard. You're right.
I don't know, man. It kind of seems like a group of 50 people all decided to do one way. I don't know if you're the mayor. Go. I trust my people. Let's see what happens. Right? I don't know.
Yeah, I would have voted no. I would have voted with Andre Vasquez. Okay, that's the hip hop alderman who has been drifting right, but Andre goes, "No, I can't go. This is too far." Am I right? Yeah, Andre voted no. Yeah. Let's see. All right, let's do Dennis aldermanic trivia. Are you looking at a vote of it? No, you're not. Or are you? Well, even if you are, here we go.
Ask me
for 10 trivia points. So yes, a yes vote is for the curfew.
Okay.
A no vote is against the curfew.
Oh, thanks for explaining that one.
Okay. Gotta help. Take nothing for granted. In your opinion, did your favorite Alderman Raylo of the 15th Ward, vote yes or no?
All right, Raylo loves dogs. He voted yes for the curfew.
That is correct. All right, we'll give you 3. All right, here we go.
Oh, great.
It's your second favorite Alderman, Scotty, okay. Big Scott Wagasback.
Oh, that's my guy. I saw him recently a few weeks ago. He says hello.
Yeah, I like Scotty. He was unafraid to take strong stands against Daley and Rahm, unlike a lot of you guys out there, Anthony Beal. All right, so did Scotty Wagasback vote yes or no?
Now, this is a tough one. Did he vote yes or no? I haven't really kept up with his politics lately. I'd say Scott Wagasback said no. No curfew.
The Scott Wagasback of 2012 would have voted no, but the current Scott Wagasback voted yes.
Well, change here.
Yeah, well, he's a Gen Xer. He's feeling his inner boomer. All right, one last one. I could do this all day, but I know our listeners have a limit.
It's a great show today. Go ahead.
Yeah, it is a great show. I absolutely love doing stuff like this. All right, I got to find an alderman that okay. My Alderman Matt Martin. I voted for the guy, ladies and gentlemen, I voted for him. Not the first round. I did not vote for him the first time he ran. I always confess and admit that. Matt Martin, 47th Ward. Did he vote yes or no?
Matt Martin. Eminem, they call him.
Yeah, that's right.
He voted no for the curfew.
You are right. Ding, 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 ding. Double M, they call him. Eminem. He's Eminem's favorite alderman. Eminem loves Matt Martin.
He's a millennial, right?
Yes, he is a millennial. Yes, he
was
is.
like, don't cancel me. Yes.
Yeah, and some of the millennials voted no. I mean, excuse me, some of the millennials voted yes. I'm looking at this list. Oh well, enough of that. I actually don't know if they're millennials. I don't know how old they are. They could be Gen Xers.
All right, we have the quote from Brandon. Get your bets in, everybody. It's time to read the quote. Again, the question: will Mayor Brandon Johnson bring up Richard Nixon? Let's highly likely.
Come on, Brandon.
Here's the quote from Brandon on this ordinance. I will veto this ordinance because it is counterproductive to the progress that we have made in reducing crime and violence in our city. This is not good policy. It's not good, sound policy. We've seen this play out before, that offering up police power, extended police power without any check or balance does Nixon, it said not, that was a slip up, does not bode well for black people and brown people in this country. Chicago has seen teen trends take place for years. Okay, that was the quote from Brandon.
So he didn't mention Nixon, did not.
He did not mention Nixon.
Yeah, you know why?
Why is that?
Because like Danny Biss, he's a big listener to the show, and he's sick and tired of us making fun of him for mentioning Nixon. So he goes, that's it. I only did it once. I'm not going to do it again. Okay, that's why he didn't.
Wait, hold on. There's more in this article.
Here we go.
There's more. Hold on.
Okay, yeah.
I'm coming through it here.
Okay. Yeah.
People mocked President Johnson, and we ended up with Richard Nixon.
Damn, he did. You mentioned Nixon.
Sorry, Brandon. I try to cover for you, man. Lord.
People are loving that Nixon bit, I hear. You know what I mean?
Good bit. Very good bit.